Hello everyone, and welcome to another live stream event. Today, we're streaming from Mount Shasta, California, in the home of the Stargate Experience. Many thanks to you for opening your home to us. And thank you all who are joining across the globe. Quite literally, we have all reaches of the earth today. So nice to see you all. We also wanted to offer a warm welcome to those who are tuning in from Alan Steinfeld's New Reality channel. Aseel and Alan both enjoyed the interview he did with Alan in June, and we're looking forward to bringing you more collaborations like this one. Aseel will be channeling today and will join us shortly. For those of you who are new, my name is Crystal. I'm with Ascension One Collective, the foundation that supports the work of the channel. I'm here today to guide you into and out of the session. We've been offering these live stream events to deepen our practice at home. Last we came together live, we explored love and relationships. This week, we're exploring the soul's journey. As always, we have some newcomers, so I'm going to share a little bit to give the folks context for the work. Aseel studied within various spiritual traditions over the last 18 years. 5 years ago, he had a strong spiritual experience that opened up this connection that today we refer to as the channel. This is a connection to both powerful energy and wisdom that during the sessions he will embody and bring through. Through this connection, energy will come through him and reach all of those who are tuning into the live stream. This energy will allow you to go deeper in your meditation, as well as receive information which will often take the form of a spoken transmission, or, in your own way, visions, messages, or an inner knowing. The process for Aseel to get into trance includes spontaneous movements of his body and hands, sometimes shaking of his body, fast breathing, and as the energy level rises, sometimes his eyes will roll upwards. It may not seem it, but this is all normal. His everyday human consciousness is still available to him while he's channeling, and he can stop the embodiment at any time. The channel will bring through guides that will specifically introduce themselves with the names humanity has given them. You might recognize some of the names as angels or archangels, but they never refer to themselves as such. Once the energy field is established, then an energetic alignment begins. People report having powerful experiences even over live stream, so it's really easy. During this time, sit back and focus on being in an open, meditative state. Just by being receptive, you've included yourself in this energy field, so there's nothing else you need to do. During the session, you may also bring a loved one into your mind and heart to have them receive the benefits as well. You can set an intention. You can release any old wounds, thoughts, emotions that no longer serve you. People share often that things come up for them even in the absence of an intention. Flow with that also and just accept all that arises. Once the energy alignment is complete, Aseel will embody another celestial being who usually allows for questions to be asked. This is typically who we call Emmanuel. If you'd like to ask a question, feel free to type it into the Questions tab at the bottom of the screen in Crowdcast. The production team will then choose a few questions to ask the channel from the list. Keep in mind, there are a few hundred people watching this right now, so center yourself before you ask the question and ask yourself, what's the best way to ask this question that would serve the most people? We've found that Emmanuel's answers are typically phrased in a way that serves the greater good, so if you're looking for a personal answer, the answer may not align with your expectation. The energy field pulls us into an interesting collective state, so you may find that if you have a question in your mind, you receive the answer in someone else's question, or silently inside yourself. We have a Crowdcast poll running at the Polls tab at the bottom of the screen. We'd like to know how this work impacts you. It's one question at the beginning, how are you doing before the session, and one after the session. With a simple scale from 1 to 5, it's very easy to answer. Please take a second and let us know how you're doing right now. For people who can offer a donation, it not only supports Aseel, but it supports the whole production team. Many of you have donated to the last session and have donated already to this one. It's truly appreciated, and it really helps us keep this work accessible. We have links to donation options in the chats. We invite you to listen with an open mind and an open heart. We recommend that you listen in a space where you can't be interrupted and you turn your phone off. We also recommend you stay tuned in through the entire session. You will know when we're moving from one part to the next. If you're in a deep meditative state at the end of the energy transmission, it's okay if you can't hang on to every word thereafter. The benefit of staying with us is what's most important, and the words can be replayed and read later. We're recording the audio and video, and we'll provide the video and transcript following the event on our website and social media pages. As the session ends, we'll sit together in silence for a few minutes and give you all enough time to come back to this state of awareness. Enjoy your journey. I'll see you back here upon your return.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello everyone. Welcome. Wherever you are, we're here now together. It is truly a blessing to be able to share in these times of change, this work across the globe, to have our hearts, our minds, and our energies connected so deeply, so that we can continue evolving despite the distance and physical. Today is a special day, as most of you know. 8/8, Lion's Gate, a special constellation between the Earth and the stars of Sirius. We are blessed and honored to be here in Mount Shasta with our friends and colleagues at Stargate, to be able to do this in front of a giant portal that I'm sitting right by. And it's a blessing to be able to connect the energies that we operate with, so we can bring even more to you. This fuel, this love, this light. Once we get access to it, it's truly unlimited. It's unconditional, and it is truly for everyone. And the main purpose of it is so we can grow and evolve. I hope that you can open your heart, your mind, your bodies, your energy bodies, to truly receive every bit of this energy that comes through. Thank you for joining. Greetings. We are Elohim. In this time of change, you seek for answers. The structures that you have created as humanity have served you well to create the illusion of certainty, to create the illusion of comfort. Yet in this reality, nothing is truly certain. The human experience itself will provide a temporary experience, and to live, to thrive, to feel, and to build relationships, and to operate this world. Most importantly, it is for you to come to realization, a process intrinsic to all souls that enter this plane. The desire, the intrinsic imprint to self-realize, to evolve beyond the evolution of the mind, the evolution of the heart, and the evolution of the body, an evolution of your consciousness. As humanity, you have come to a critical point of your evolution, a transformational state, a moment in your existence as critical as the moment of your creation. The consciousness that is within you is part of the collective that requires to evolve and go through this process that we refer to as the Ascension Process. An evolution of yourself individually, an evolution of the collective together. Your evolution was never separate from the evolution of the collective, and the evolution of the collective was always part of your evolution. You, as an individualized human being, experience a human life designed and designated for you, based on the choices that you have made as a higher consciousness imprinted in what we consider the soul container. Human consciousness learns and experiences through your experience as a soul container, providing yourself, your true self, as a vessel for the human consciousness to experience this life. With the experience of every single human being, human consciousness evolves. You are the eyes and the ears, the hearts, the emotions, and the extension of human consciousness. Every single one of you makes the totality of humanity. Yet, all of your soul containers derive from different parts of existence, civilizations that have lived before and that currently live in material and in non-material existence. chosen to experience the human form for the benefit of your growth as a soul container, for the benefit of humanity's growth as a consciousness, as well as for the benefit of all of consciousness. This is an experience unique to the human form. It is an experience limited to a specific number of individuals. You are therefore in this experience by choice and by choosing. It is indeed a gift to you, to us, to humanity, and to all of consciousness, for you to experience the human form, to experience this life, and to experience each moment as it unfolds, with the infinite details of the moment itself, the infinite possibilities of the spectrum of emotions, the infinite possibilities of relationships, the infinite possibilities of interacting with this nature and other forms of consciousness. Every experience, therefore, is a gift. Every realization is a gift. And every realization leads to a greater realization on your journey of awakening and ascension. Some of you wonder why this experience exists in the first place, why you experience the human form, why you have chosen to have difficult and challenging experiences in life. And why the polarities of human existence in the first place. All of these questions can be answered with words, and all of these questions become irrelevant in the moment of deep connection, a moment in silence, a moment of opening beyond space and time as the construct of this reality, a moment beyond the identity of this lifetime, a connection beyond the collective experience of humanity. Connected by this fabric of existence that we refer to as the love of creation. This is the opportunity for you to experience this unconditional love of creation consistently, and you will see that all of existence will start to make sense. All realizations, all questions will surface in these moments of deep connection. Thank you for receiving this work. Our work is complete. Greetings. My name is Emmanuel. I have come into embodiment here to serve as a bridge between higher consciousness and your material form, to support you in understanding our perspectives, our goals, and our ways of support, as well as to assist you in understanding the human experience. My work has always focused on understanding the human experience itself in all its facets, being the bridge between higher consciousness and you, human consciousness in incarnation. All of the questions that you have asked and all of the answers that you have received, you can all find yourselves as well. It is within the human blueprint to be able to access information of all experiences of humanity. And eventually, all individual humans will be able to have access to this information at higher states of self-realization. This will become natural and prevalent. I will serve as an intermediary to assist, to provide perspectives as simplified and as direct as possible. This is meant to be an assist, a guidance, a support mechanism to move through certain experiences, to move through mental and emotional blocks. At times, words will help, yet more often, the energy and the transmission behind the words is worth listening to, is worth receiving. Let the energy in my answers and in my words impact you and your path forward, your evolution, your expansion, your unification. Questions lead to answers that often lead to more questions. It is the way the mind is established, continuously curious. Sense and meaning is an important aspect to create the mental constructs necessary to operate in this creation. At times, the body and the heart will require assurance from the mind. the mind can be fueled, can be nourished with words, with concepts and perspectives, with opinions and direction. Yet understand beyond the mind, an even more important construct is at play that drives and creates your life. This is the construct of your soul container. A library of immense wisdom gained through the many lifetimes lived, through the many experiences had, through the many realizations that have occurred. Beyond the details of these experiences, the core of the learning that is within you, this is the part that we want you to get access to, regularly being fueled by this wisdom within you, regularly deepening your connection to this part of yourself, a part of yourself that has been with you since the beginning of your existence, a part of you that has seen many material forms, many non-material forms, some of you in existence longer than others, yet all of you with tremendous wealth of wisdom. To connect deeper with this part of yourself, the parts of the mind that direct the understanding who you are, the parts of the heart that direct your understanding of who you are, as well as your body's understanding of who you are limited to their perspectives only. The soul's perspective carries all perspectives combined. Beyond your soul's perspective, you may choose to reach higher consciousness perspective on your existence, a non-dual perspective on life and creation. Until then, the first step is unlearning that the mind's perspective is the most important one. Understanding that beyond your heart, your body, and your mind, a deep wealth of wisdom waits for you to receive. For you and to surrender this mind of yours, this heart of yours, and this body of yours. Let my words guide you into a deeper experience of your existence, of your life, and so that you can unfold and expand as the beauty of creation that you are. I am not my mind. I am not my heart. I am not my body. I am even beyond this soul container that carries all aspects and perspectives gained in the many experiences had. I am a droplet of creation in the sea of all creations. I am creation itself, as once combined. We are never separate. I receive all perspectives as mine, and in this moment I may choose one perspective to make choices and operate in this life. Every moment of action is a moment of choice. Every choice is based on the perspectives that drive this choice. I embrace this life as an opportunity to learn and to grow even further, as an opportunity to serve all of consciousness. By serving my soul, my mind, my heart, and my body, my relationships, my home as this planet currently, my collective, the human consciousness, my creation, all of existence. I serve by being present in this very moment. Life as you know it has changed and will change further. Moments of deep connection like these will bring life force, peace, and love into your life. Create the structures that you can rely on. Create the connections and bonds that fuel your existence. You will see the importance of these relationships and these moments of peace even more so. As the challenges on this plane will continue to shake humanity into awakening, to shake humanity into realization, and to shake humanity into ascension. Serve yourself and serve the collective. by devoting yourself to your evolution. Thank you for listening to my words. I will now answer some of your questions.
Thank you, Emmanuel. And before I ask the first question, I'll just ask those who have put questions in initially to go ahead and re-enter those questions. And now I'll ask the first question. Chelsea asks, Dolores Cannon wrote that Earth is a school for mastering how to manipulate energy. It's the most difficult school in the universe. Can you elaborate from your perspective what that means for everyone as it pertains to their soul's journey here on Earth, and especially with the intense current events going on?
Evolution in existence happens in many different ways, in many different locations and forms and planes. This is one of these many forms. The forms itself and the planes of creation cannot be compared in the way the human mind operates. They just are. This is one of these experiences for souls to enter, to evolve, to grow, to learn, and to realize in the human, individualized experience. Many souls choose and request the human experience. Very few truly will have the opportunity to experience the human form itself. Those that are chosen to experience the human form will often go through many iterations to come to the realizations that they have chosen to come to. Mastery of all kinds is a byproduct of the self-realization journey. As the goals cannot be set, they are intrinsic to your soul container. In this experience, realization, self-realization, and the moment of enlightenment is the direction set into place, all resulting learnings, all resulting mastery, all resulting gifts, powers, and experiences are a byproduct of this journey. Therefore, even the challenging times themselves are a byproduct of humanity's self-realization journey. The overcoming of these challenges is a byproduct of the self-realization journey. As you can see, the more humanity is willing to observe, to learn, and to grow, the more realizations will be had, and this journey of awakening to ascension will take its place among the many different experiences available to souls in this creation. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Nonka asks, Hi, Emmanuel. When it gets harder and the veil becomes really dense, what can help us stay connected and in higher frequencies.
The bigger the challenges are, the harder it will be to find balance, to find harmony, to find grounding, as well as access to higher realms. Challenges indeed will test all the structures that you have created in your life, routines and practices that you have created for yourself. Your dedication and devotion will be tested as well. Some of these tests you will succeed in. Some of them you will fail and you will learn. Yet all tests and all challenges will allow you to grow even further, to adjust and to readjust, to relearn and to reestablish the connection to higher realms, the connection deeper into this earth, the connection deeper into yourself and into others. All of this can be strengthened, continuously developed, and expanded on. No limitations that can be established by the mind, by the heart, or the body will be able to sustain the changes coming into this plane, the energetic increase in frequency, as well as the power that will be accessible within each human form. Navigating this energy and this power increase will become a new form of mastery. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Antje asks, "Greetings, Emmanuel. Why would a soul choose to incarnate on Earth? What is attractive and unique about Earth? What experiences can only be had here? Thank you."
The human form indeed allows for specific experiences that can only be had on this planet in this human form. The experiences that are of temporal nature, experience of aging, of birth and death, of reincarnation, the experiences of relationship bonds that are established on the soul level, yet released upon re-entry into this new iteration. The discovery of the bonds within the soul container, the discovery of higher realms in human incarnation. Some of these experiences truly served as well in other material forms, yet every material form carries unique and specific flavors of experience. Every construct of consciousness is, therefore, different, unique, the human consciousness itself. Learning by the experience of the individual, the individualized expression in human form, learning through you, and in no other way currently human consciousness evolves, purely and entirely by the experience of the individual, by the self-realization of the individual. This is unique to human consciousness and to the human collective, and the next iteration of human consciousness. Humanity will evolve in multiple different ways, including as a collective, in interaction with other collectives, and with other forms of consciousness. Even in that form, humanity itself will be unique and will continue to stay unique. Just as you perceive yourself among all the human beings that exist, you will find similarities and you will find many differences. If you observe yourself, you will understand the unique creation that you are. It is similar on the scale of consciousness and in the many experiences that have been established to serve consciousness's evolution. This earth, this planet, to serve as your home for your evolution. Entirely unique for you as a gift. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Kizzy asks, "Greetings, Emmanuel. I have a 9-year-old son who tells me there is a spirit that makes him do things that get him in trouble. He feels very distressed after he's made a mistake. How can I help him? It makes him, and of course me as his mother, so sad to see him go through it."
Children have an opening that allows them to communicate with beings of non-material kind in a much easier way. Eventually this opening will reduce over time by aging as well as social constructs, by education and by learning of the mind. Currently, your son is experiencing connection and relationship with non-material existence. This itself is a valuable, important lesson for him. Some of these choices and interactions may not seem beneficial, yet they too serve the interaction and the relationship. He will learn to navigate his boundaries. He will learn to navigate what he desires in this relationship with this non-material being. You, as a guardian, as a parent, may choose to direct and to support him in the outcomes that he desires. Non-material consciousness will require a human's consent and his consent is currently not fully developed, and therefore easily subjected. A deeper sense of identity and a deeper sense of the human experience will allow him to choose the outcomes beneficial for him as well as his environment. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Daniel asks, "Hello, Emmanuel. Do you or any other celestial beings have the choice of reincarnating once again into human form?"
Each soul carries a certain maturity level. Beyond this maturity level, the human experience is no longer suitable for an individual soul. Yet, even beyond that maturity level, on occasion and request, an individualized soul of higher consciousness can choose to enter the human form, can experience a human life once again. Often, this iteration is a return in order to serve a specific mission. Individual souls that return on these missions will often choose difficult challenges in life to come to the realization of awakening as quickly as possible. They will only start to remember and understand their mission upon going through the processes that all humans must go through to awaken. Sometimes assistance will be provided for this soul to come to realization and to an awakening state sooner. Often, once this awakening state is reached, this individualized soul will receive support in order to fulfill on the mission they have chosen for the benefit of humanity's evolution. I have incarnated into the human form upon my request several times. It has served me to understand the human experience, even more so to relate to you, to relate to the answers that I provide, to the questions that you ask. As you can see, a higher consciousness experiencing the human form can build bridges that can only be established in this way. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Daniela asks, "Dear Emmanuel, thank you for your presence and guidance. Are the recent events in Lebanon a part of the awakening of humanity? Why does there seem to be such a concentration of suffering in that particular part of the world? Is there a lesson in it? If so, what must be done to break free from this chaos?"
All challenges of this kind are indeed part of the awakening and the self-realization and eventually the ascension process of humanity. Challenges of this kind seemingly concentrated in certain areas, yet only temporarily affecting certain parts of civilization and societies. Every part of humanity will be affected by their own challenges. Every part of humanity's existence, every society currently established will be subject to awakening experiences, as you can see from the events that unfold. The impact of global occurrences and truly impact all of humanity. In this case, Lebanon's experience will serve for an evolution within that society that will impact the entire region and will thoroughly impact all of humanity. Some societies will choose to play that role, and at times this role will switch to other societies. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Tyler asks, "Hello, Emmanuel. Would you please share with us how to make the most of today's unique celestial alignment? Thank you for your support and love."
The connection between the star system of Sirius and Earth has been established before humanity's creation. The connection was meant to serve as a support mechanism in humanity's continued evolution, becoming explicitly relevant in the times of the final stages of humanity's material experience, as you can experience now. The energy levels that through this alignment are available and accessible to you are increased and will continue to increase in the coming years. This connection to Sirius continues to exist and continues to provide. Yet on certain days, you are reminded of this connection and the increased intensity. Opening yourself up from your mind, opening yourself up through your heart, through your body and your energetic spiritual construct, allowing all aspects of yourself to be provided by this light of Sirius, by this energy stream, by this unique flavor of love, allowing this particular energy to impact all cells of your body, all aspects, energy centers of your energetic spiritual construct, truly becoming an empty vessel, allowing this energy of Sirius to flow through your system all the way into the earth. Becoming present as this energy expands your entire being, as this energy fills your entire being, as it expands into all your relationships and all aspects of your life. Receive without limitations. Receive without conditions. without inhibitions, and with gratitude. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Nancy asks, "Greetings, Emmanuel. What are we to do with trauma we have experienced in our soul's journey? Is it our work to integrate the fragmented parts of ourselves? If so, how do we best do this?"
Within human experience, many experiences perceived as traumatic lead to important realizations. Some of these realizations will require multiple lifetimes to complete and to fully understand. Some of these traumas must be relived in human form. Yet the soul itself only understands experience that leads to realization, and experiences that have not completed the realization to be gained. Therefore, on a soul level, a deeper understanding of the trauma itself is not required. On a human level, you may choose to reflect on the ways past experiences have shaped who you are, have shaped your perspectives, your limitations, your judgments, and your experience in human form. You may choose to return to these moments to observe, to get clarity, and to get deeper realizations of the experiences of the past, allowing yourself to come to realization one step at a time. Some of these realizations can indeed occur by observing past incarnations in human form, past lives. Yet, allow these past lives to occur naturally. First, process this life before past lives start to unfold for completion. You will understand that this progression serves a specific purpose, as the experience of this lifetime will be required to be resolved first. Furthermore, expanded into the experience of previous generations of this lineage, previous generations of past lives. Traumas of society, traumas of the human collective will also become part of the realization process of an individualized soul. The more you realize, the more increased your capacity to hold consciousness, presence. The higher your capacity to be present, the more you can realize on behalf of the collective. You become a super processor, a conduit beyond the processing of its own existence, of its own learnings, a conduit to support the collective, and many generations before. The process to get into these forms of realization is, first and foremost, with finding alignment and deep moments of presence similar to this. And these moments of presence, transmutation of the past is imminent. Thank you for receiving this work, and thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Claire asks, can you tell us about Elohim? Why did they come through today?
Elohim as a consciousness of highest form has chosen to intervene and interact in humanity's evolution, humanity's ascension. As the creator and the architect of this plane of existence, as one of the original seeds of human consciousness, Elohim carries an important role in humanity's existence. Its choice to support humanity at this time in this way is one of the many choices it will make in support of humanity's evolution. Some choices will not be directly experienced. This one, though, is a specific expansion on the work that has been established through this host. And this host will continue to be a vessel of this divine connection, a messenger in human form, a conduit in human form to provide support and guidance, as well as transmutation and transmission in this form. Elohim will become a critical part of this work going forward. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Marta asks, the soul's journey
to impact the transformation of others around you. Understand that everything in this existence and everything in life changes, including relationships. Change is the transformative agent for evolution. If relationships don't change, do not evolve, then realizations and your individualized evolution is inhibited. Allow yourself to grow and to expand, to learn within the changes that occur in you, and allow these changes within you to impact all of your relationships. Some relationships will be resistant. Some relationships will dissolve. Some will return. Some will expand. As you can see, In no reliable way can you adjust yourself to support all relationships of your life, to be the person that does not change in order to keep relationships stable and happy. This is not why you are here. Your evolution is part of your existence. All changes are part of your existence, and all relationships will adjust to the change so that you can evolve, so that humanity can evolve. You can walk this path with compassion and kindness, with understanding and grace, and you will learn how to navigate all relationships in support to their evolution as well. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Erica asks, I have been asked the question, how do I know if God exists? How can I answer this question to someone else?
This creation that you are in is not by random occurrence. Everything on this plane, every plant, every animal, every cell of your body, every function of your existence is designed. If you truly spend the time to go into deep states of observation, you will understand the magnificence that operates through this existence. This is the work of higher consciousness, creating this experience. Your belief in God or creators truly does not make a difference. The self-realization journey will bring forth the understanding as well as the necessary knowledge needed for the way forward. The evolution itself is not supported by belief. The evolution itself is supported by surrender. Surrendering to this stream of transformation that you are all part of naturally and with love. Thank you for your question, and thank you for the time that you have reserved in your lives to receive this work, to embrace the evolution that has started on a consciousness level, the evolution that has started within your hearts and your minds, within your energetic spiritual constructs. This transformation and transmutation of humanity's existence at this current time will be and is the most significant evolution to date for humanity. Thank you. Thank you for choosing to live. Thank you for choosing this human form. Thank you for choosing to be present with us and to be on this journey. All of this work makes so much more sense to me if there are people like yourselves joining on the journey, receiving and paying it forward. Remember, you are the transformative agent here. Blessings on the journey. We'll see you on one of the more live streams today.
Welcome back, everyone. Take your time to come back into your body. Take any extra time you need in a sitting or lying position, or just stay in this state as long as you need to. This was a strong one. Thank you so much for joining, and another thank you to those who are tuning in from the New Realities channel, and to Alan Steinfeld for sharing this work with his community. Thank you to the Stargate Experience for being Elohim's debut venue. As we're coming back, I have a few gentle closing remarks. Today, Lionsgate is a special day for Ascension One Collective. In addition to the session you just experienced, we're coming back online with the Stargate Experience at 1 p.m. Pacific, and again at 5 p.m. Pacific. At 1 p.m., we'll be sharing details about an upcoming virtual workshop. At 5 p.m., we will be broadcasting via Unify for a Lionsgate event. More information is being placed in the chats for you. These sessions are just one part of the work that we do. We also travel to both sacred sites, of which we're here, and sites of global trauma to do energy alignment work. Once we're able to travel again internationally, we'll resume a tour through Europe and take a group of participants on a retreat to Greece. In the meantime, if you want to explore our previous sacred site adventures, we've created a sacred sites page on our website. This work is possible because of donations we receive. It not only supports a seal, but it supports the whole production team. As you would imagine, and you've experienced, it takes a village to bring the channel to this space and then beam it out to all of you. If you find this of value, please consider supporting this session with a donation. There are 3 ways to do this. If you're in Crowdcast, there's a donate button at the bottom of your screen. There's also 2 donate buttons on the left side of the homepage at asealtoxal.com. If you can donate via PayPal, you can donate paypal.me/Ascension1, or you can become a Patreon patron at patreon.com/asealtoxal. If you want to share deeper about your experiences, we have a community Zoom call on Mondays. We also created an email address, testimonial@ascension.one. Energy work is felt in so many ways, and it's helpful for us to have an understanding of how you're impacted. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for contributing your presence and your time and your patience towards the beginning. Thank you for coming together in solidarity while we were having technical challenges. Despite being physically separated, when we gather in this way, I know we're in this together, and I feel the collective support we have for one another. Also wanted to extend our love to those in Lebanon. We're with you. Take it easy after the session. Give space for the energy to continue to work. If you can, keep your mind quiet. If you can't, bring this presence and peace to whatever it is that you need to do. I feel your soul's journey, and it warms my heart.